Now let's work with using some record group calculations. The first one we're going to work with is we're going to create a new query with the group by operator. If you recall, the group by operator divides the selected records into groups based on the values in the specified field. So those records with the same value for the field are grouped together, and the datasheet displays one record for each group. Let's work with that now. So we're going to display our invoice amount statistics query in our design view rather than our datasheet view. So simply go up there and click on the view button, and now we are in our design view. Now, so we can keep our original query intact, let's do something here in the backstage view. We're going to click on the File tab, and that obviously gives us our backstage view. Then we're going to click the Save As here in our navigation area. Once you click that, the file types are available here, and we're going to do Save Object As. And when we do this, the right side of the screen changes to display options for saving the current database object as a new object. So we want to click the Save As button here. And now we're given an ability to save this invoice amount statistics to what type of object. Of course, we're going to save it as a query, so we're going to give this a new name of invoice amount statistics by walk-in. So as we are saving a copy of this invoice, we are going to change that to that name, invoice amount statistics by walk-in. So that should replace that highlighted name that was there before. Once you do that, press the Enter key, and our new query is saved with the name you just specified, and we are here in Design View. Now in the Query Setup group on the Design tab, click the Show Table button. And when you click that Show Table button, you will see the Show Table dialog box open up one more time. Let's go ahead and add our visit table. So just double click that. And we can close this. Let's go ahead and drag our walk-in field from the visit table here. And we're going to drag the walk-in field to the first column in our design crib. So if we select the walk-in field, and we just drag it down here to the left of minimum, and you can see that it has now been added here in our design grid. Let's go ahead and run this new query, and you'll see we have two records that are being displayed. One for each walk-in group, the yes and the no. Each record contains the walk-in field value for the group and the three aggregate function values. The summary statistics represent calculations based on the 203 records we currently have in our billing table. Let's go ahead and save and close this completed query. And we will open up our navigation pane here. Now let's take a little look here at our navigation pane and working with our navigation pane. Let's see how we can group objects differently in our navigation pane. At the top of the navigation pane here, let's click the All Access Object buttons, which is our view by default, and you'll see that a menu is displayed for choosing different categories and groups. Should look similar to this. We have category options and we have group options. Now here in the top section of the menu, let's click the Tables and Related Views here. And you can see that now the navigation pane is grouped into categories of tables. Each table in the database. We have the visit, we have the billing, we have the patients table here. So that's how it's been grouped. All database objects related to a table are listed below the table's name so you know what table they are tied to. Now, in the case of unpaid invoice late fees, you can see that that object that's based on more than one table appears in each group for each table. Unpaid invoice late fees, unpaid invoice late fee. Now let's go back up here to the top of the navigation pane, and we are going to now click that All Tables button to display the navigation pane menu, and we're going to click Patient. So if we check that, the navigation pane now shows only the objects related to the patient table. The table itself, plus the 6 queries you created that include fields from the patient table. Actually, it looks like I'm only seeing 4, so we'll just say the 4. But those are what is tied, all those that are tied to that. Let's change this. Let's instead go from here to object type. So we can select that. And now when we select that, we have a very familiar look as it returns to the default display that Access likes to use for displaying all of the Access objects. Now this really completes all of tutorial 3. So as always, you can go in now and compact and repair your Chatham database. And that's it for completing this tutorial 3 of our Microsoft Access 2013 session. So thank you for joining along. I hope the walkthrough of this tutorial helped you, as well as my little bit of definitions for some of the items, the new items that we came across during this tutorial. And I look forward to seeing you in future tutorials. Thank you, everyone.